Today I've paired up the KORG Volca FM2 with the OXI One on Epic Fuzz. Hey everybody, welcome to another Epic Fuzz video, and I have made this pairing of the KORG Volca FM2 with the OXI One. I chose these two guys today because this has a lot of cool sounds. And this is a great sequencer that I'm currently addicted to. As you know, my Deluge is out in somewhere, getting it retrofitted for the screen, and I needed something, and picked up this little guy for now, and I'm falling in love with it. So this is a perfect opportunity to talk about some of the main features of the OXI One. This is not going to be a review or an overview. There's other videos and other people that handle that better, but at least I can tell you I can talk about the basics of how the tracks work and how the sequences, because this is a pretty darn good sequencer. All right, so the OXI One has 4 tracks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of these tracks can either be a mono track, poly track, chord track, or a multi-track. There's 2 additional options there that I will cover in a different video. Today we're just going to go over the mono, poly, and the chord tracks. I will cover the multi in another video because that's a video in itself. So basically we'll start with connections. I essentially have the OXI One going the MIDI out with a regular 3.5 MIDI cable into the MIDI in of the KORG FM2. So I'm going to stick to that. Sounds like... Start off with the mono track here. So if you hit track number 1, you see different options here like scale, root note, BPM, and everything. To get to additional options, you hit shift and then 1, and it gives you these options. Now the last encoder, each encoder lines up with an option on the screen. The last encoder would be there, it says mono. You can switch it to all the different types of tracks. We will keep it on mono for now. The first encoder, if you can see, it says 1A, 1 meaning MIDI channel 1, which should be the channel that your device is set to control. So I know that the KORG Volca FM2 is set to MIDI channel 1, and I know that they're going to work. So for this sound, I should be able to just pop in notes, just like this, random, whatever, and then hit play. There you go. I can adjust the root note if I want to. There you go. Okay, that's easy enough, right? You can also have a generative fill, which is very popular. I remember, like the Polyamp Play does it. All the Polyamp products do. So this little dice button here, if you hit that, it'll bring up some options. You hit shift and the dice to get it set, and there's different options for random, bias, density, and all that stuff. I'll go into that later, but here this will basically fill in notes for you. So you hit one of the encoders, any of them, doesn't matter, and it'll put in stuff here so you can actually hit play. That's pretty cool, right? And you can just keep doing it. Look, it just keeps going and going and going. You can until you get something you like, and then you can use that. But that's one of the cool things I love. If you want to get your creative juices flowing or kickstarted, you can use that. So let's get this cleared by hitting shift and the X. Okay, so we did covered mono track. Oh, also going back to the mono track real quick, you can hit this little keyboard and you have a keyboard on the OXI One where you can play it. Real simple and really nice to play if you just want to jam. So we'll go to the second track, which should be a poly track, and it's listed, let's see. Remember, to get to the additional options, hit shift and the track number, and it's listed as a poly now. See that? Did I switch it? I can't see. So it's a poly track now. Let's switch the sound here. All right, let's try that. So same thing here. I can pick and place, drop in notes. I can also use the dice and have that come up with a random generation for me. But if I did the keyboard, I get this. Poly keyboard. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't change it. See that first encoder, it says 2. I have to change that to MIDI channel 1 because that's the one that the KORG is on. So let me switch that. There it is. It's on 2. I got to switch it to 1. There you go. So now I should be able to play. And poly. Ah, horrible. Sounds like a... Look, Mom, I dropped my cookies. So yeah, that's the poly track. So let's go to chord 3 or track 3, which is the chord track, which is probably a lot of fun. So if you shift select, or if you shift and hit the track, you get to the additional options. Right there it says chord, and I just changed it to multi. There it's back to chord, and this number needs to be 1. There it is. Let's switch to another sound that'll sound nice as chords. Okay, that might sound nice. So this also has pick and place, but it'll be a chord. Whoops. Don't want to do that. It also has the generative fill, the generative randomization, but it'll be as chords. And when you hit the keyboard, oh, look at that, pink cotton candy. It's a chord keyboard. So if you press, sounds beautiful. Yes, it does. Over here, you have changed the chord type. Second row is for inversions. This is also for the chord type, and the last is for density, or the spread of the chord. How many keys are in there? So let's switch. Let's switch it to that. Oh, it sounds horrible. That's a keyboard. So now you can also drop different notes in here. So if you hit this, whoops, I'm so sorry. What am I doing? If you hit this, it'll play chord. But you notice how it stops? It's not long enough. To make them longer, you just hit this and hold down the button. Boom, that's a long chord. This, hold down the button. Boom. And then the last one, there. That makes it longer. Maybe choose a different sound for that. Ah! Sorry. I mean, that works. Let's do that one. Whoops, not that. Let's do this one. Yep, there you go. And the last feature of this chord track would be the generative randomization, and let's go there by hitting shift dice. There's some parameters there, you can switch them up. So I'm just going to choose that, and once you're happy, hit it, and then let's play. Hit it again. And you'll come up with something else. You could also change the root note. And also the scale if you want to. Yep, and that's chord mode for you. It's one of my favorite modes. And also, which I'll cover in another video, you can actually have a follower mode, or harmonizer it's called in here, where you can set the chords and have these other channels follow those chords. So you can actually have chords playing and have random notes on the other one and have it follow, so that it will only play on the same notes that are on the chord, so they'll follow. Even if you change the chord, it'll follow where it goes. It's really nice. And I'm going to put a video up on that next time. So if you found this helpful at all, if you guys have any questions, make sure you like and subscribe, Epic Fuzz, and I will see you guys next time on Epic Fuzz. Bye.